I've just taken apart my front forks of this the Yamaha XJ600. In fact, I've already got the engine in bits and pieces and the frame and whatever else, because I intended to do a refurbishment bolt by bolt. But I had the forks lying around for a bit, so I decided that today's the day to take them apart. So just to run through the bits and pieces of them, I've still left the seal and the bearings on in situ. You can see the oil. If you look at the bearing, I did think about changing it, but now I've had a look at it, you can see the copper is, 85%. It's still there, so I don't think there's any need in this case to change the bearing. It doesn't seem damaged or anything at the moment anyway. I'll have a good look at it anyway, just in case. And these are the two bearings, these two here. I've left the seal on, as you can see, just to make sure that when I put the seal back, that I actually get it right way around. I think you'll find usually the markings are on this side of the seal, and on the bottom end there's no markings. But obviously you've got to make sure that you get it the right way around when you put it on. So let me just put that down. I've spent the morning cleaning up this bottom leg. As you can see, they come up really nice. It's not damaged, not scratched. It's in good condition. I've spent some time sticking a cloth down here to clean out all the gunk. When I took the fork oil out, it was like the bottom of the river. It was so dirty. I think it was a 1997 bag, and I don't think it did had many fork oil changes in its life. So I took what I did without trying to get down there, I took a stick. Here we go, I've got a stick somewhere, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I took a stick and I rolled some of this paper tissue around the stick, and just demonstrate on this here. I just rolled it round the stick like this, and then I stuck that down the tube and kept fiddling, trying to pick up any dirt. I did it obviously several times, trying to get it clean inside. And I washed these in hot soapy water and some white spirit or whatever, and as you can see, they've come up quite nice. There was a bit of corrosion around the other leg round here, so I obviously give that a good clean and cleaned it all out, because this is where that clip is going to fit inside. When I was trying to take it apart, I had great difficulty taking it apart. I read climbers, I've got a climbers, I've got a Haynes, and they all mention about this bottom bolt. This is the actual bottom bolt. As you can see, it's just a conventional hex, but getting it undone, I had to I put the two legs into two of these into a vise. I then took two metal rods. It's actually, I think it's 6mm or 7mm threaded. Put them through here while it was held in the vise. Then I used something like a 2-foot 600mm extension bar to try and undo this little bolt here, using a what is the bar? It was a bar like this, obviously without this end on. You just buy them just with the hex thing. So I used an extension bar, and even then it was really stiff. And I thought, having read all the bits about using Loctite and all the rest, I thought, that's the problem, Loctite. So I then it mentions impact driver, using impact driver. So what I did, I got a drill and put this some of this inside the drill, and put it inside the nut, and then using it at high speed, I turned it. It turned, and I got it turning reasonably well, but it wasn't sort of free turning. But when I was turning it, the top nut, which is this one here, this top nut, this was turning as well. So I put a spanner on this, and obviously used the drill to do the other end, but it still wasn't coming out. It still wouldn't come out. So I decided to bite the bullet and buy one of these Yamaha special tools, as it's called. It's a two-piece thing. First you have this T-bar, shall we call it? It was like £50. Not exactly a cheap purchase. You can see it has this sort of square end on it where the special socket's going to fit onto it. And then this is the actual special socket. I bought this from America, 6-day delivery, so it was like half the price of a new one. So I was extremely pleased to get hold of it, really. I realised at the end, after I got all the things in pieces, that without this T-bar and this special socket, I would never have got this fork in pieces. It was just so stuck. I don't know why, I don't know the reason, it was just so stuck. But you really need this. This actually fits inside this lower damper. There's the lower damper. It's just a small spring. This is where that bolt fits into. Down the bolt there, where are we? Wherever, it's supposed to join into there. Obviously I'm going to buy a new one of these, a new the washers, the copper washers. So that fits in there. But the other end, as you're trying to turn this bolt at the bottom, this whole thing, obviously there's nothing to stop it turning, it just spins. So this thing here fits in there, just locks into there, you can see. And because it's round, as you're trying to turn the bolt, this whole thing spins. So I would have been here till Tuesday trying to get that out. So this was cost a fortune, but it was worth the money. I don't know if I'll ever take the forks apart again, but at least it was an experience. So what else did I do? This morning actually I took this off. This is the it says in the book there's no need to take it off and don't take it off, whatever, so I just took it off. I used a piece of wood and a hammer, because it's obviously you don't want to damage it. I used a block of wood and a hammer and just tapped it a little bit to get it off. And as I mentioned this morning, I spent a bit of time cleaning the fork leg. The other thing I had trouble with was this. This is the clip. One of them was really corroded. Obviously I used a flat-bladed little screwdriver just to get it in there around here to unclip it. You got to be so careful because you're right next to the fork leg. You know, take your time. Don't rush. You've got all day. You've got all week. You've got all month. If you damage it, it's a big expense to get a new one, and you don't want to scratch it in that place. But I've actually ordered some of these from the dealer because I thought to myself, the bike's 1997. You know, you can't always see corrosion, but you know it's an old piece of metal, isn't it? So I've ordered some of those, and obviously I'm going to buy some of these as well. So just to move on a little bit, this is the actual on mine. The fork length was a lot different to the two suggested in the book. I don't understand why it is. Just out of interest, the tighter rings, that they go at the top, and you can see it's the looser down the bottom there compared to the top. But mine's a different size to what it says in the book. So the actual spacer, mine's 150mm depth metal, so it's not like a special aftermarket thing. It looks like the real thing that came with the bike, so I don't understand really. So the forks are actually very simple. This is a little spacer thing that fits in there, but there was nothing to the forks. I've just taken some forks from another bike and they're so complicated compared to this. This is a really straightforward fork, but taking it apart, big drama. As I say, this lower damper, nightmare. So I'm just wondering if there's anything else. Actually, when I this obviously is the top cover on the fork. So I used to use a flat-bladed screwdriver around here just to slightly pry it up. They're in really, the other ones, the old ones, were in really poor condition on one side. I think that's all I've got to run through today. When I get a little bit farther reassembling, hopefully I'll be able to do another video to show you any problems that I had or ways to overcome them. So that's all for today. Bye.